on, guys? Feels good to be back home and working on this Camaro right here. Just got done installing some coolant crossover and fittings on each side. So run that. I'm gonna probably drill and tap the water pump, get an NPT thread in there, and then hook up a hose so the steam port can vent into the water pump, and the rear two will just block off. Car's also got power. She also runs and starts. I'll cue in a cold start video right here, and also me going through the gears. Things on the agenda. I've got to run a relay for the electric fans. Other than that, I had the opportunity to go look at a Ford chassis for the big black Ford sitting right here, 460. And I'm on the fence about it right now, but I'll include the videos right here of me going up there and checking it out. And that's really all I can upload. That's really all I have for you guys. Other than that, it should be small things on the Camaro, so installing the seats, getting all the electrical done. And then if this guy says yes to my offer, I'll probably run up and pick up the chassis, but that'll probably be a later video. If not, I've got plenty of other options that I've been looking at as well. So I'm hoping that someone, either him accepting my offer or someone else with the other chassis replies back. Not in a major hurry for a Ford chassis, but it'd just be a fun project, especially with this being 99.5% done. And with this being able to run and drive, I can pull it out into the driveway, throw a car cover on it, and then bring the next project into the garage. During the cold start, I noticed that there was a small exhaust leak coming from where the headers meet the X-pipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and get under the car, tighten up the tubing, make sure everything's leak-free, and then we'll go from there. Next on the agenda, I'm gonna try and at least get the interior dash pad installed on the top. As you can see, I've just got the bare metal where the dash is. I've got a new dash pad in that box over there. So I'll try and get that in. We'll see if I gotta pull the T-tops off to get a better space or not, but we'll get that in hopefully. Once that's in, I'll throw the protective dash carpet pad on top of it just to keep it from cracking. Now, for all you guys that have been seeing this Ford 460 big block just sitting in the corner of my garage, I've been looking at chassis for it for about 6 or 7 months, but I've settled on a few chassis that I've actually started to go look at. For instance, yesterday I actually went and looked at a 1967 Mercury Cougar. And as far as Mercury Cougars go, well, my dad had one when I was younger, and that's kind of where I got the gist of putting one in a small Ford chassis. Except his had a 390 in it, and I believe it was a C4, C6, 4-speed, 3-speed, an automatic transmission. So backstory on this Cougar, I found the chassis on Marketplace about 6 months ago while I was overseas, and I figured I'd message the guy anyway to see if he was in a rush to sell or if anyone else was interested. To my surprise, he answered neither to both. I started asking him about the history on the car, and it was originally a 289 manual transmission, 8-inch rear end car. The car belonged to Terry, the seller's brother-in-law, and unfortunately the title was lost in a house fire. Being in the Pacific Northwest, my main concern was the rot on the metal. In the pictures of the vehicle here, you can see the car was a Caspian blue paint code, and the paint has definitely faded and had some patina due to sitting in the weather for a while. My main concern upon inquiring about the vehicle was how bad the rust was and checking the obvious areas: floor pans, shock towers, rear quarters. Thankfully, the car did not have an inch of Bondo on it. My other concern was the floor pans in the pictures themselves. Are they completely rotted through? If those are gone, what about the torque boxes, frame rails, and so on? Being that this car is a unibody car, it would almost be biting off more than I could chew to get the vehicle structurally sound again. Upon arrival, I met Terry and his father, who later on tried to interest me into buying a 1964 Pontiac Catalina, whom he bought off the original owner, and as the story goes, it was an older woman who bought the vehicle off a showroom floor, and she wanted to give it to her grandchildren, and well, none of them were interested. Back to the Cougar, I was shocked by the condition of the roof, rear end, and the front grille with the hideaway headlights. I also checked the body panels with a magnet to verify, and as stated before, no Bondo. The floors definitely had signs of scaling and surface rust, but they weren't too far gone to where they've rotted away. They should hopefully be able to clean up well with a wire wheel. As you'll see in the video, the car hasn't been registered and possibly driven in 29 years. The last time the car was registered was in 1996. In addition to the roofline, the chrome was in amazing condition, as was the A-pillars and both front and rear windshields. The paint, as stated before, was pretty oxidized, but that's normal for a car sitting for 29 years in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, he tried to fix it and he's like, nah, he didn't want to get that much restoration, but I mean, the outside is all solid. That's the nice thing about it. But, yeah, it's tough to find. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good drag car.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I actually like how the chrome's all in place, too. At least on this side, I haven't looked over here yet.
It's pretty surprising that it's still there, yeah. There's not too many cougars around because everybody runs them in. You can't buy that.
Yeah.
It's too cheap. Different than the rough one. That's why I got some extra ones around.
Definitely. Is the filler neck still open?
Yeah,
Or
it's got that plate down there.
perfect.
But yeah, leather interior.
Yeah.
Got everything but air conditioning on, I think.
You were in line. You got all sorts of Cougars here.
Yeah,
You got 69 right there.
Yeah. Oh, this is my baby
Yeah.
I had forever. I had that for 45 years. Probably aged me a little bit.
God, that is
You
beautiful.
make it look like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Aside from that, there's been a few other chassis I've been looking at. Some old Torinos, some F100s, F150s, and then some real wacky ones, say like a Dodge Charger or an old Plymouth, something like that. But something that I could fit this big motor into. If I go, a different brand, I'd probably use fabrication skills, mid-plate, front plate, stuff like that. Or else I'd have to actually fabricate some motor mounts for it. But let me know what you guys think on what I should drop this thing into. As this is definitely going to be something in the long term, it'll probably take, a few years to actually clean up the chassis and then obviously get the motor all set up, ready to drop in. But that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.